I love being black. All right. We back again. We had an interesting last night. Oh my God, it was interesting last night. Y'all worked my patience, but I withstood the test. My goodness, I tell you, people, this is not an easy job. I'm telling y'all, people, when y'all think this is an easy job, it's not an easy job. You're dealing with all types of spirits and all types of behavior. People want to call your names and all that. But thank God, God has given me skin, tough skin, that I can withstand the stares of the people. That's one thing about being in leadership. You have to lead even when it's not comfortable to lead. Even when all the followers believe that you're wrong, you got to know that you know that you know that you know. And it's my duty to be an example of what I talk about and what I believe in it. And if I fail my duty to be an example, I'm a castaway and don't want to be that. I want to hold on to my integrity. Not saying that I'm a 100% perfect person. I believe that there are some things in my life that needs improvement, and I'm willing to do the work to get it done. And I appreciate every last one of you guys tonight. Don't think I don't. Old Burgundy Blue said, Martin, what type of work you do? You're so patient. You got the patience of a saint. The Bible said love suffers long. It's not puffed up. I just love my people. There's no secret to the sauce. I'm just in love with black folks. Well, you said, well, Martin, them same black folks you're in love, they'll blow you away. And yes, they will. But Paul said it like this. He said, what shall separate me from the love of God? Death, height, nothing shall separate me from the love of God. You may kill me in the physical or in the natural, but I'll still live on. The Bible said if I'm absent in the body, that means I'm present in the Lord. And I thank God for that. Thank God for mercy. Showing mercy tonight. I feel good tonight. I'm willing to hear some things tonight. I'm always amazed tonight when I hear people talking. And I sit up here and I listen to every last individual. And while I'm listening to you, I'm processing your information. I'm vibing off your spirit. The world call it your vibration, your energy. But in the church world, we call it discernment. And that's what I'm doing. I'm discerning your spirit. As I always say, every man and every woman know their appetite at the end of the day. You might be hugged up with the opposite sex, but that may not what you really like. You may like the same sex. Well, say, well, Martin, why are you saying that? Listen, people, you can fool us sometime, but you can never fool God. So I am so amazed of so much hate in the land. I'm so amazed of a lot of things that go on for no reason. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves why we don't like a certain person. We have to ask ourselves. And I've always told that it was the crowd that was taken away by the flood. It was the crowd. It was the crowd that was destroyed in Solomon and Gomorrah. It was the crowd. And that often reminds me of a story when the adulterous woman, they brought the adulterous woman to Jesus. They said in Moses' law, we stone her to death. And Jesus asked the question to all her accusers, he that is without sin, cast the first stone. And when he asked that, Jesus kneeled down on the ground, was writing something in the ground, looking. And when he got up, he didn't see nobody. And he asked the woman, where are thou accusers? And they all left one by one. And the best part of the story, Jesus told the woman, go and sin no more, lest a greater thing come upon thee. One thing about God, he's a merciful God. Even when we make mistakes in life, he is a forgiving God. He is a merciful God. Even when we can't forgive one another, he forgives us. Who wouldn't serve a God like our God? My God. He said, don't fear him that's able to kill the body, but fear him who's able to kill both body and soul. As a song when I was growing up, we would sing, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And God help me let my light shine everywhere I go. And I'm not claiming to be this holy and thou person. There are some holy folks on this earth, and I believe that. I have not arrived to that point yet. But I thank God for those who have arrived to that point. But I can truly stand before man and God. There's not one soul that I can look at in this life and say that I hate them. And because that doesn't mean that I got to go along with your wrongdoing, or I got to be a yes man to whatever you do or whatever you say. That's real talk. I believe that you can love people from a distance. I believe if you can't get along with one another, you should separate. And maybe down the road, it's a possibility you might get back together. I know y'all don't want to hear this tonight, but I got to lay the foundation. This channel was built on truth, and that's what we're going to stand in. That's our defense. That's our protection. Me as being the host, I don't want to lie on nobody. Now, I do have an opinion. I do have a thought. But that doesn't make, because Martin Johnson said it, is law or is right. But if I'm standing on the facts, and if I'm standing on the truth, and I'm holding the receipts, it's all right in my book to say it. So I appreciate you tonight. We're going to open up the call line, and we're going to be civilized adults. I realized by doing these shows within the past couple of weeks, talking about Dolton and Tiffany, the super mayor, the supervisor of Thornton Township, that she has a lot of supporters. I call them secret supporters. They call me in private and try to pick me. I'm just standing on the truth and the facts. And I tell them, I'm not a supporter of Tiffany. I publicly said that. But one thing you're not going to get me to do, you're not going to get me to bash that black woman on our page. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick with the facts. If she did this, got the receipts, I got to say it. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And I'm going to tell you, people, it's going to be some interesting conversation tonight. But I'm asking that you be on your best behavior. Because if not, I'm in control now. I can boot you off. I can silence you, put you on mute. I can do that. So we're going to take some calls tonight. And the question on the floor tonight to the panel, what happens if Tiffany gets reelected for the Dolton mayor, to be the Dolton mayor? What happens? Do those of you that live in Dolton, do you pack up? Do you sell your house? What do you do? Those of non-supporters. And those that support Tiffany, what you think going to happen if she wins, if she's reelected again? Now, we do know that she's on the ballot to run for mayor again. We know that. But we're not sure of Thornton Township. She's fighting in court. It might be a slim chance of her getting on the ballot, maybe even possible to be a write-in. But the rules goes as if you participated in the caucus and if you're not selected, you can't be a write-in. That's the statute. That's what it said. I didn't write that. I didn't make that up. So we gonna talk tonight. Lord, bless me with patience, tolerance, and we're gonna do the right thing. We're gonna speak our mind. We're gonna respect one another's opinions, truths, and thoughts. And again, I tell you, there's no other place on social media where you can call in live and speak your truth and don't have to worry getting beat up or clobbered by the panel. We have Democrats, we have Republicans, we have whites, we have blacks, we have rich, we have poor, we have educated and uneducated folks on this live. So all are welcome. I'm the host and I'm welcoming. And if you don't like the topic tonight, this may not be the live for you tonight. And I understand sometimes I may not talk about what you want to hear. And that's good. We all are different. I'm going to take my first caller. 9433. Caller, what's your comments or thoughts? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Area code 872-299-0808. Listen, people, let me just say this. You don't have to worry about getting kicked out of the chat as long as you are respectful, especially if you disrespect the host. You definitely getting kicked out. Trust me, I read very well. Very well. Trust me. If I don't do nothing else good, I can read with comprehension. So some of y'all, you're low-key a hater on me, and I have not done anything from you. I don't know you from a can of paint. You're mad at me for no reason without a cause. I don't owe you no money. I'm not in your inbox. I'm not trying to date you. What's the cause of you not liking me? But you over here listening to me. And I'm not following you. You following me. You trying to see what I have to say. And it's okay. And one thing I learned in lifetime, when I work with people on the job, we don't have to go to a bar after work, and you don't have to invite me to the barbecue. You don't have to invite me to the baby shower. You don't have to invite me over to dinner or to the wedding. That's okay. Guess what? When I go home, I'm going to a peaceful sanctuary. And I can care less what you think about me. I remember Dr. Charles Hayes used to say, it's not what you think about me that matters. It's what I think about you that really matters. And that's it. Also, he made a song. He said, I'll run before I take it back. And then I'll add some more to it. Trust me, when the truth comes, I speak unapologetically. Now, when you speak truth to power or truth to your loved ones, you do it in love. You do it in love. Real talk. All right, my phone lines are open. Enough of that talking. Let's get it going on. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to hear what the people have to say. Now, if you're a secret supporter of Tiffany, you still can call in too. I promise you, we're not going to bash you. If you're a non-supporter of Tiffany, I promise you, we're not going to bash you. I want to hear from you, especially those that live in Dolton, in the township. I really want to hear from you. But it's a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people that's watching far and abroad, and that's okay. And they've been following this story for the last couple of years or a year or so. And they do have a lot of information, but some of the information is a little cloudy. But they're listening and watching and searching for information, and they're talking to people on the ground. All right, people. We got to tell the truth and shame the devil. And I want to ask a favor. I need you guys to hit the like button on YouTube, hit the share button or subscribe to me, hit the like button on Facebook and share it or text someone. That'd be great if you do that. We got another caller, a local caller. That's good. I'm looking for local callers. I remember when Donald Trump was running, and I used to hear people say, if he win, I'm packing up and leaving the country. Guess what? They still here. They still here. They still here. All right. All right. You got a lot of people pulling for Tiffany, but you got a lot of people that's not. We got a caller. We're not going to prolong it. Come on, caller. Your thoughts and comments. Go ahead. Oh, I know it. I know you're emotional. I forgive you. I forgive you. Okay, I forgive you. Don't you already forgiven? You already forgiven. I know, but I understood where you was coming from. Trust me, I did. And sometimes I hate to say this, people, a little tension is good for the show every now and then. It's a little good, But go ahead, my dear sister. Say what you want. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hmm. Ooh. Mm. 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 Let's tell the truth. Okay, hold on, sister. Hold on. You got to start all over because the audio, no audio. I'm sorry. Hold on. It's something I did. I got a settings. I'm sorry. I always do that. I forget. I had to set the setting. So you got to start all over again. Hold on. No audio. I am so sorry. Hold on. I'll tell you when to start. I'm
It's okay.
sorry.
Okay, baby.
All right. All right. All right, people. I fixed it. She can talk. Start all over again, my dear sister. Start all over.
Okay,
Okay, hold on. Before she
hello to
start,
all of you.
hold on. Before she start, I already told her I forgive her from last night. So don't get on here trying to disrespect her. I said I forgive her. I'm the host. Okay, I want to put that out there. Okay, go ahead, my dear sister. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
And I appreciate you, Martin, for saying that. And I apologize to anybody that I offended and everything. But it's hard, hearing things is so many. It's like we in a tug of war with the media and what's going on out here and everything. This might be a shock to most of your viewers. I don't support Tiffany, nor do I support Clean House 2025. I don't trust none of them. I think all of them should be investigated. This young lady is between, 38 and 40 years old, 41, whatever. She couldn't have done all this by herself. Come on, people, let's think. Come on, let's think. This child couldn't have done all this by herself. What makes Tiffany look worse in my eyes, the way she speaks to her elders.
Yes,
I don't care who made you married. There's no reason to talk to somebody, grandmother, auntie, anybody, let alone if we want to talk black on black. And for one, quit going to these meetings and talking about us black and black brothers. That's offensive to somebody white that's sitting there. And they pay their taxes just as well as I pay mine. That's not fair. If we want to be right, let's be righteous all around the board. We done been back there in that time, in that slavery time. It's not right to put somebody else through it. Hey, they didn't live in that time. We're not going to go back. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't be going back. But enough is enough. I'm not going to defend nothing this little girl doing. She didn't do it by herself, people. Mm-hmm. Somebody helped her do this. And all them people that was on the ticket, smirking and all of that, just as well as they tell her to put up receipts, quit flagging papers and show me yours. Mm-hmm. I want to see everybody receipts. And I'm at the point, they don't have a clue. Like I said, I don't support I'm an independent. Mm-hmm. I don't support neither. I don't support none of this mess. I have called Martin before and stated that I would never be called in none of these meetings. It's a big show. We fighting each other. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I'm ashamed to say I live here. Mm-hmm. But like you said, if you ask the question, what if Tiffany becomes the mayor again? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe it'll be balanced out. She ain't running all of this stuff. But if she do become mayor again, life will move on. Hell, Trump just became the president again. We will move on. That's what type of race we are. Mm-hmm. We learn to move on. Hopefully we learn from the mistake. Mm-hmm. And I didn't vote her in. I didn't have no thought in it. First thing this young lady is my kid's age. You cannot tell me one of my kids can tell me how to balance the budget of millions of dollars. And ain't got no accounting expert experience or none of this. You cannot tell me one of my children or any child that's 40 or 41, 38 can handle a budget that big, period. They should have researched that. And the way that young lady talked when she was a treasure, what made y'all think that? What made you think? They all was in on it. They all in on it. And I say, Lord, help us all. But to all the people that's from out of town putting their opinion in, the way I feel about it, whether we are right or wrong, the people that's in Dolton, it's like, how dare you from any other country or town tell me what I'm walking in, whether I'm right or wrong. Let me figure it out. I appreciate all y'all social media that is airing what's going on. But when it's coming to, I'm finna tell you about how your living room or what's the color on your paint on your wall, you're overstepping your boundaries. I cannot tell you what's the color on your walls. Mm-hmm. I can't do that. That's when I say people overstep their boundary. Everybody want to be somebody that research. We the best researchers. Everybody we the smartest of the smartest when it comes to Tiffany here. Mm-hmm. But will we keep the same mojo after she's gone? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Will we keep this up when we come to them other white men and towns we living in? Mm-hmm. Will we keep this investigation and mojo up and keep airing this stuff what's going on to our people on these channels? Mm-hmm. That's why I wonder, Martin, is this just a moment? Is this just a moment? I don't want to be a part of a moment.
Thank you. You want to be a part of a movement.
And hey, my brother. Hey, mm-hmm. You know how to say it. Mm-hmm. You know what we're talking about.
That's right.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
That's it. And that's what I tell people. I tell people all the time, I said, people, that same energy that we have with Tiffany, looking for these receipts, even me, I got to be the same way with them white boys. Same way. If I don't, I need to shut my mouth up. Shut up and be quiet.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly. We just can't put all this energy on our sister. She couldn't figure all this stuff out by herself. Mm-hmm. She couldn't have figured all this stuff out by herself. She was just a little bit more arrogant, little snippy at the mouth, Nobody wasn't expecting that. But in a way, she showed y'all that.
She did.
She was a trustee for 8 years.
Yeah, we had plenty of time to look at her. Even though that's how I got introduced to Dolton, because of Tiffany. Tiffany brought me the video for what's going on. Yeah, I just went back and I was looking at my videos from 2021, and I remember she had that march down Sibley by
Sibley.
Yeah, Food for Less somewhere right there, right there. You're right there. I think it was Food for Less or something. Yeah, I remember I was looking at some of the pictures. I said, man, I remember that. I remember that. But people, this is real. You know, it's a strong possibility that she might not be the mayor, and it's a strong possibility she might win. So you got to we have to prepare ourselves. Those of you that live there. Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody said they can't hear. I don't know why they can't hear. Let me check. Hold on. Let me see. They said they can't hear. I don't know what's going on with the audio.
I can hear clear.
I can hear clear too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I can hear clear.
I can also hear Tracy.
Okay.
I can hear you clear.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Y'all better recheck your channel or something. I don't know what's going on. Let me hold on, sisters. I want to go in yeah. I want to go in okay. They said I'm fine. Okay. As outside observer, I see a lot of unclean hands in Dolton politics. I'm going through the message.
Exactly.
Okay, that I read that. Let me read some more. Okay, we got another caller calling in. The region failed to keep up, becoming a national issue. Get used to that. Okay. All right. Somebody said, but little but arrogant. Okay. What tangles has she given the residents? Okay, Melanie Payne says that. Okay. Regardless, it doesn't make it right. All right. Some of these trustees need to come on, Martin, and express the situation now. I welcome every former trustee or trustee that's present right now. Come right on in. Yeah. Come right on in. You feel free.
And I agree. They should come in and explain themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't hide.
The people need to hear from them too.
Mm-hmm.
Just as well as that girl is getting blasted out there, trustees, they pulling up stuff on everybody's side. Explain.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah.
And stuff. And the only way I could figure all this riffraff and stuff, I wouldn't vote for none of them.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people like you saying that.
A lot of them is throwing a rock and hiding their hand.
Somebody said something to you. They said, lady, hang up the phone. You sound slow. We know she didn't do it alone, but she sure was the major player. Okay. All right. I understand loud and clear. Okay. All right. Wasn't ready to. Yeah, but now what makes a difference if we get the head out and we don't get all of it out? We got to get all the cancer out. We got to get all the cancer out. All the cancer out.
That's the parts a lot of people don't want to hear.
Well, when you say stuff like that, they think you're taking up for Tiffany, or you're making an excuse.
I clearly said, and let me repeat that again. I'm not a supporter of Tiffany, nor I'm not a supporter of Clean House 2025.
Mm-hmm. And let me repeat.
That's clear as I can be.
I am not a supporter of Tiffany. As I said, I would not publicly bash her. I'll stick with the facts, what's going on, and that's all I'm capable of doing. I'm a talk show host, and she's more than welcome to come on this platform if she chooses to do so. And I'm not on her payroll as well. Let me let y'all know that too. I'm not on her payroll. I have not been paid to make this video. I'm not having no conversation with her on the telephone about these videos or in person like that. So let's get that clear. Because, folks, I
have never spoken with Tiffany at all.
Uh-huh.
And stuff.
Yeah.
I have spoken to a trustee or two. And everything is always cordial, but this is all a game to me when I hear it.
All right. Where my callers that they live in the township or in Dalton? Where you at? Callers call 872. Matter of fact, let me hit it like this. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right. That's the number.
Mark,
Yeah, go ahead, sister.
okay, I've been following this story since last year. Like I say, and I totally agree with the other lady on the panel. Ain't nobody perfect, but they should have
Mhm.
they should have checked her background when she was a trustee.
Mhm.
They should have looked deep. They should get their own investigation, but they did. They thought they could
Exactly.
trust her. And I'm gonna say this: they let the Gorge get away with it, so she felt like she had a chance. Run with it. Why not?
She probably would have got away with it if it wasn't for her mouth.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Uh, and I'm gonna say this: a black silent woman. Whoa, we cold when we silent.
We could be beast. We could be beast.
We could be a beast, if, but when we get quiet on you, you better watch us.
That's the difference in what you said. A black woman. Tiffany is
A
a black
black
young
woman.
lady.
Yeah,
She's a young
yeah,
lady.
yeah.
She ain't matured that much yet, so that's why y'all get that spiffy mouth Tiffany and everything.
Right, right.
That's why I'm like,
And,
if people just listen, y'all,
and
this is a young lady
she's
talking.
she's basically a kid. She's not
Ex-
no.
She
She's a
ain't
kid.
at that level yet.
She
That's why
she has
again I
not,
wonder.
but
Go ahead, Beth.
she have not. She have not
Mature.
matured to our level.
Yep.
I call everything I do in life. I learned something.
They learn a lesson.
So it'd be a lesson learned. I'd be like, whoa, I paid for that lesson. Oh, I bought
Mhm.
that one. I ain't gonna buy that one no more. So this should be a lesson learned to a boss.
And that's what I go get back again to Martin. What you were saying. What would we do if she's elected again? It's a lesson learned.
Yeah.
It's a lesson learned.
Yeah. It's a lesson learned.
Everybody ain't got to be arguing and yelling at each other, which I know yesterday I got out of my
It's
soul a little
okay.
bit.
Yeah.
I
You ain't the
apologize
only
again
one.
to your audience
You ain't
and
the only one.
everything.
You're not the only one. My brother said something so bogus.
Then Martin,
He
Oh
said,
yeah, right after that,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. He
Lord
said
have
so
mercy,
bogus.
help us all.
And he know better than all people. He know better.
yeah, he made me hang up yesterday. I was like, nope. But Martin, you got to realize too, all eyes is on her now. The media, the news, everybody is on her. So all attention is at Dalton.
And that's another thing too. Regardless of how any of us feel or everything, Tiffany lets it be known that she's the leader and everything.
Mhm.
So anything goes wrong in this town, it falls on who?
Tiffany.
The leader. You can't say I told this person, so it's this. You still the leader. You let it be known. So
Mhm.
anything that happened, I think the leadership take the blame for it.
That's true. That's just, I always say this. If American Airlines plane fall out the air, they don't blame the pilot. They blame the company. They get on the company.
Exactly.
They don't sue the pilot.
Exactly. So everybody, even if you're on her side or anything, whatever went down, she was not only the mayor, she's also the supervisor. The buck gonna fall at her either way.
Yeah, it's gonna fall.
Whether she's ethical or illegal.
Yep, that's so true. Because it's her house.
Except that's what it's not. That's what they not understanding. You know, you don't gotta hate this girl. Just think about it logically. She's responsible for both sides. Whether you on her side or the opposite side, she's responsible for it all. And then when you think about responsibility, well, who was all a part of that?
Has joined.
Mm-hmm. We got to call her.
So now we got to go back in time and check out the trustees who ran on that ticket.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Now we got to look at everybody.
We should do that anyway. We got another caller.
Exactly.
Hey, caller. 3268. You're live and uncut and unedited.
What's going on, Martin?
Oh, it's Mr. Roosevelt. Hey, Roosevelt. All right.
Hey, hopefully everybody's doing good. One thing I had to say, first of all, before I get into anything I really want to say, I'm going to answer the question that's on the floor.
Thank you.
And then the question I think that you have posed is, what if Tiffany Henyard is elected again? Well, I agree with the other young lady who came long before me. I feel that life is life is just going to go on. Exactly. Even though I don't live in the village of Dolton or something, and I possibly don't have a dog in this fight or anything like that. But I'm hoping and praying that she's not elected because of all of the stuff that has been done or has been said. And it's not only what I'm talking about, because I feel that every politician, I don't care what side of the political outlet you fall on, is could be corrupt. But at the same time, I'm looking at the fact is because I've seen a couple of the meetings and stuff online and everything, how she even just speaks to people, how just nasty and low down that she can just really be. And I feel as far as being corrupt, she possibly, like the young lady said, might have just a chance of getting away with it if she hadn't flaunted it, or if it really wasn't for her mouth, which drew attention to everything else that she's ever done.
There you go.
And I believe that is the problem. And I just really believe that us as also just being people, my hope for 2025 is to not let these kind of issues also divide us. Because sometimes I know over these last programs and stuff, it seems like the programs that you have where we have talked about Tiffany Henyard, that's the programs that might start off kind of nice, but in the end, everybody's yelling, everybody's screaming, everybody's cussing each other out. I mean, we have allowed this narcissistic, low-down, evil woman to just divide us just as people. And I mean, I could be damn wrong for saying this, but I mean, I don't think that should be happening. I believe that also as a people, because one thing that Martin, you have always said ever since I have known you over the years, what is your motto? You always say Black unity, Black power to the last hour. Where has been the unity? Where you have this person yelling at this person, and like the young lady had to apologize for getting out of her body and everything last night. There's been a couple of people last week who have apologized for getting out their body. We have allowed this whole issue of this one woman to just divide us. So I am just hoping in 2025 that we can find a way to all come together, because whoever is going to get in is going to get in, and whoever is not, in whatever kind of evil agenda that they're going to push, whether it's on Tiffany Henyard's side, whether it's on her opposer side, right. The agenda is going to be pushed no matter if I get mad at somebody or not.
Yep. Good. Let's take this new caller real quick, Roosevelt. 1798.
Yes, sir.
1798. Hey, caller. You're live, uncut, unedited. Hey.
Yes, I am calling. I respect what the ladies are saying, but we don't hate Tiffany. We hate what choices she's made. There's no jealousy, there's no hate, and we gotta quit making excuses for her. She's not a child. She's 41 years old. She was a trustee for 8 years. She gave Riley HELL everything that he was doing, she's doing. She gave him HEL. She fought him about everything. She's an adult. She's not a child. Ignorance is not a defense. She hired people to put people in place to help her do what she's done now, and got caught up. Bankruptcy. Got caught up. It is what it is. We can't make excuses. Okay. We're holding her accountable for what the choices that she's made.
Right.
That's what it is. There's no hate, no jealousy.
Mm-hmm. Ma'am, I want to ask you a question.
Accountability.
I'm not cutting you off. You can continue to talk. I want you to answer the question. So if she's reelected to mayor, then what? Where do we go from here?
Is she reelected? If she's reelected?
Yes.
If she's reelected, then if she's reelected, then they enjoy what she's doing to them.
Okay.
I mean,
See,
if y'all reelect her, then y'all want this all over again.
yeah.
They've been fighting her since she was inaugurated.
Mhm.
I hope they don't continue like this. Who wants to live like in a mess like this?
Mhm. And I'm gonna tell you this, ma'am. You may know and you may not know. Tiffany got a lot of secret supporters. They afraid to come out in the public.
We saying that she has a lot of secret supporters.
Yeah.
She was recalled though. She was
Yes,
recalled.
yes, she was. She definitely
The trustees that ran on her ticket did way better than her.
Mhm.
So if we looking at numbers, she keeps saying she won by 82%.
No, not that.
True.
Not
Not
true.
true. She was recalled.
She was
So
recalled.
where were those supporters at? Where were those supporters at? They are going to the nursing homes and getting those old elderly people.
Well,
Come on now.
Listen, ma'am. I'm gonna be honest with you. No disrespect. Those are the ones that go to the voting poll. The young folks ain't voting like they supposed to. They voting.
Not the ones in the nurse. She's going to get the ones in the nursing
You can vote.
homes, in
Listen,
the wheelchair.
the ones that vote. They got mail-in ballots.
That's the crowd
Ma'am,
she's targeting. The one she knows going to the voting
Listen,
polls.
Tiffany is not no dummy. I'm telling you.
No, she isn't. They are going to pick them people up. What do you mean? She's going to pick them up. Yeah.
Even if she is, but even if they're going to pick them up, sweetheart, what he's saying is most seniors are known to vote. So that's the crowd she targeted with the bingo and the cupcakes and all that. Because she knows they going to get out their bed to go vote. That 18-year-old and 21-year-old, he got to go pick up his girlfriend. He ain't got time to go over there and vote.
Well,
she coming after the seniors.
I mean, I wish we could know what the age range was for the ones who recalled her.
Yeah, we can't.
I mean, a lot of people don't get out and vote. I mean,
I believe it's majority of seniors that voted out here, period. You know, majority of seniors that voted. That's why she's targeting the senior crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But
see,
we can think that the seniors are crazy.
No, ain't no thing.
They don't know what's going on.
Listen, the seniors know what's going on. They know what's going on.
Seniors is known statistically to be known voters.
Yeah, no, I totally.
In any rate, so that's what she's targeting out here. You hear her keep talking about cupcakes and bingo?
Yeah.
Come on, if that's what they're cupcakes and bingo is gonna get a vote thing.
But a senior citizen wants some of that sweet.
You'd be surprised.
But these are services that was already they can get. That's what she's throwing that game off of. I could get you this, and if you don't get down vote, you can't get a ride. Yes, you can.
And they have that people have that mentality. If there's something free, why not go get it? That don't mean I gotta.
Free ain't always good. Free ain't always good,
and it ain't free. It ain't free.
Somebody paying
and
for it.
And we need to quit jumping in that line for everything free.
That's just like the food giveaways. The whole town needs food.
And then I don't think she understands when she talking about we paying $3,000. That don't look good. Yeah. That means your town is really starving.
Yeah.
No, like the people said, she's forcing those services on people.
This is crazy.
They're probably not even qualified for it. You can't tell me the whole town. Everybody got a car to come pick up a food box.
Okay.
They can give them out in jewel bags. The whole neighborhood can help out with bags. It ain't got to be about a box.
Right. Let me just say this. I said last night, even if they allow to use the box, she's not even on the ballot. We won't know until the 28th or the 30th, something like so. She's not even on the ballot. So man.
This is crazy.
But let me just say this, to my last caller. Listen, that's who the city of Chicago they target. They target older seniors that vote. Older people, young people just don't vote. I'm telling you. Now, that's not a guarantee.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think this last presidential race brought out the younger crowd. So they are knowing how important it is to vote.
Ma'am.
Barack Obama race brought out more younger people than this Kamala Harris race.
Ma'am, let me tell you, young people do vote in the presidential, on the national level, but on local level, they're not the target ones.
Like the seniors.
Trust me, they're not
the seniors.
Do you know any politicians, ma'am? Do you know any politicians? Ask them. If you know anyone on personally,
I
ask
know
them.
Congressman Danny K. Davis.
Okay. Who you think get them, keep them older folks keep voting them in there? Not them young folks. Older people keep voting them in there.
Older people, because they're gonna make sure they vote count. Young people got too much other stuff. That day is not as important than an older person.
Y'all keep saying that though. Like,
ma'am, go to the board
template.
elections. You go to the. It's no. Listen, hold on. Let me just stop. First of all, listen.
It's nothing to argue about.
No, that's not. I'm giving you factual.
No, this is good conversation.
Oh, no, this is factual. Seniors vote more than young people. Period. That's facts.
Period. No matter what country, seniors is known to be at the polls.
And that's a fact. Now, that's why
she targets that crowd.
She's targeting that crowd.
And again, she was recalled. We'll wait till the numbers. She was recalled.
Listen, ma'am. She was recalled, but the judge threw it out. She's still a mayor. So, you know, it is.
I get that she was recalled.
At that point, it was out the people's hands.
Slapping the resident's face. That was a slap in the resident's face.
Yeah, that was.
Stating that they don't know what they couldn't comprehend. They knew what was right.
Yeah, it's political. You know how it goes. This thing is political. It's political. It's pay to play politics.
And once again, I'm going to state again, Martin, that I am not a Tiffany. I repeat this. I am not a Tiffany supporter, nor do I support Clean House 2025. I just love this channel. That is like I'm family on here. I could argue with my sister. I could argue with my uncle. And I could come back tomorrow and apologize and talk about some again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ma'am, are you going to vote?
Yes, I just don't vote this party. I said in the beginning, I'm an independent.
Okay, so you're gonna vote for whoever's independent candidate is on the ballot.
Exactly.
Which is Clark or Field.
You going a little too deep.
No, you can't ask somebody what they vote for now. That's her personal business.
Right, you going a little too deep.
We can look it up.
No, you can't ask me that before I voted. No, you can ask me after.
I'm just saying.
I can tell you what party I represent. So I'm not I don't represent the Democratic Party. Yes, it's enough. It's enough that I know my people is sitting here. We arguing over the small picture. Step back and watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
See, we looking at little chapters in the book. We need to just sit back and watch the whole movie. Once we watch that whole movie, when it comes to that editing part, I promise you your editing it will be different from everybody else's. Take everybody's opinions out of everything and just go with factual documents. Things don't add up. And I'm not even going based off this one. We can go back farther. Frank Zuccarelli, they all stole. He just went out loud. He went loud and crazy as he is. She brought the attention to herself. But this is the thing. We're getting these high-ranking powers, and we don't know what to do with it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We leave our own people at the bottom of the barrel. Well, what? What they do? No, we had this girl had. You know? So it's time. We need to just change. You know how you erase the whole game board? They'll deal the cards all over. That's what Dolton needs. We need to erase the whole game board. Put fresh people who's educated in these seats. Check their backgrounds.
And I heard
half of these people don't even have the educated background to have these seats. Nah, you can't tell me just because you sold burgers or whatever, you can run a town? No, come on, babe. We can't do that. Come on, boo-boo. You know we can't do that. But other than that, we end up... That's how we end up like we is now.
She was a voice for the people, though. She was a voice. If you look back,
she was a loud voice, an ignorant voice
for the people. And what happened was that money,
an evil voice, a low down voice.
That's what it is, and that'll be with an educated person too. Look at them all over Boston, out in BC, California. Everybody goes in with morals and values.
But you need to go in at the right time. If you're gonna be in this type of leadership, you should be able to take criticism without going so deep on the person. You like you said, you're supposed to be the leader of the town. You should be able to take some criticism without disrespecting the elder. That's crazy.
Gotten too big. Her head has gotten too big. She's making $250,000.
Exactly. And who expects somebody that young to be able to control that many millions of dollars? You thought she wasn't going to go buy some gym shoes or Nikes? Come on, people.
Well, she
I expected that.
And everybody believed in the process until she showed them different. So that's
well, she literally showed them the process, didn't she?
Yeah, Trump finessed his way back into office. I mean, he told everybody what they wanted.
I strongly believe that young lady did not do this by herself.
No, she didn't. She hired people.
She's not even smart enough to do it by herself.
Over the seat.
Exactly. She ain't that smart. Somebody led her along the way, and she needed three or four other people to help her along the way.
She was smart enough to hire them.
That's why, again, babe, I say I believe all of them was in on it. And she that type of girl. If I ain't do what y'all say, now everybody want to be. It's a tug of war.
Still the leader. It's just like that's just like if the feds come pick up drug dealers, they're gonna start with the low man on the totem pole.
They don't get that part either.
And they want the kingpin.
And see, everybody think that the Fed's supposed to come and get her on Thursday at 3:30. They don't understand it. It could take the Feds up to 12 years to come and get her.
She's still going, whether it's today,
but
tomorrow.
But thing is, during the meantime, while everybody waiting for her to go, people need to get on with their life. We got to move on from this at some point. You know, we keep feeding this monster. That's what we're doing.
Well, let me just say this.
We're feeding it.
What we do know in the village of Dolton, she's not in control of the finance. The trustees are. So she's not really making yeah. So we know that. Definitely. And I'm speaking on the village of Dolton. We know that.
Now, I have a question, Martin.
Yes.
Now, if she can't get insured or bonded, how is it possible for her to still hold a position?
Well, you know, come on now. They having a special meeting on the 30th about the insurance. On the 30th and I think in Harvey. So that's probably what it's about. So it's a lot of he said, she said, you know, it's like this. If State Farm drop you, you might have to go to Geico. If Geico drop you might go to Eagle. You know, you might have to pay a little bit more. They got, you know, come on, people. Come on now. Come on.
Okay. So you think she can be? You know, I'm just asking.
Of course.
Okay.
They're gonna price her out though.
Yeah. Now, would the trustees be able to block that, or
you asking the wrong person? I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
Okay.
Now, are the taxpayers gonna want to pay whatever it costs to have her insured?
Well, they're gonna have to do it. She's the mayor. They're gonna have to do it. If they want to be insured, because you know she's not gonna let nothing go by and she don't be included. That's not gonna happen. You know that I'm speaking logically now. Go ahead.
Well, she's a liability. She's not an asset.
Right.
So,
well, you can get some insurance when you're a liability. You're just gonna be super high though.
Yeah, you can.
With that many lawsuits against you, would somebody even take that risk with you?
Well. She just has to be
a taxpayer. Yeah. I mean, are you okay with that?
Oh, trust me, I ain't okay with none of this stuff. And I'm a taxpayer and I pay a mortgage. I'm not okay with none of this.
So therefore, we would be working together to get her up out of office then, because
that's the best thing for everybody. But my thing is, it's hard to just clean up her without questioning something else.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to do our homework. Who's doing the vetting process on it? See, that's what we're saying. Okay, now all eyes are on Tiffany. Okay, are we examining these candidates that's running? What do we know about them? What do we know about them?
Just their names, and they used to run on her ticket.
We need a little bit more information.
That's all.
Well,
that's what's the
well,
that's
we can
it.
see what they've done, Martin. You can see the firefighters went without a contract for 5 years and they endorsed her. What was the reason for that? 5 years, no contract. That was bad as runner. We went 4 years without a pay raise.
But why did it take that long, though?
That's what I'm asking. When they endorsed her, why did it take her? She gave everybody else a contract. Police got a contract. Public Works, everybody, but the firefighters, they are essential.
Maybe because like the firefighter came on and stated that she was that part of that money that was supposed to go to their union is missing.
Well, the trustees made it happen. Then they went and got that TRO. They are making steps to improve their community. They are trying.
But see, the thing
more
is,
than what she's doing. You don't even hear her talking about Dolton anymore.
Well,
or the $6.8 million.
Well, she's not in control.
Dick Durbin was supposed to give her that ain't never showed up.
She's not in control. The trustees got just about everything controlled. They controlling all the finance. They got out everything.
But we're questioning. But you're questioning what can the trustees do? They are showing you what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, those same trustees ran on that ticket with her, and they knew what she was up to before she came in.
If you listen to, if you look back at the meeting, she was an advocate for the people. She was vocal. She was for the people. She was a voice for the people. So why would anybody
no more?
But she was so disrespectful back then.
She was disrespectful to the mayor. She questioned everything he did.
But and my thing is, he was her senior, and nobody didn't even question if she talked to this man this way. Well, she ain't gonna talk to your third grandmama like that.
She was an advocate for the people. She was questioning. She was doing what she was elected to do, which is advocate for the people. And now that people are advocating for the people, she don't like it. Anytime anybody questions anything she does, she doesn't like it. But she did the same thing. She stayed on Riley. She stayed on him. So how can you vet somebody that showed you, like, hey, I am for the people. I'm for the people. She got to smelling herself. She got in the office, got to smelling herself. And nobody matters but her.
I just could never see how that young lady could have held any office.
What do you mean?
Did anybody check? Right, but even before she get who? I get what you're saying, sweetheart. I'm just saying, did anybody check to see if she went to high school because her grammar is off? Did they check? And then she say she went to. Right. I mean, yeah. She also say she went to Robert Morris. Coincidentally, she could name a school that's closed down that nobody can access the records.
But listen here,
do she show that certificate? Is any certificates in her office?
But listen,
whatever she did, it didn't do no good no way. So who cares?
I am a critic. I do not like her grammar at all. But look at Ben Crump. I did not know Ben Crump sounded the way he does. He sounds uneducated, but he's an educated man.
She got a point.
My thing is, Ben Crump ain't representing us in Dolton.
No, but I'm just saying.
Benjamin Crump is at least respectful. You don't see Benjamin Crump up there yelling and screaming and cussing and calling people names.
Just hold it. Yeah, hold it, y'all. Hold it. Y'all missing the point that she's trying to bring up. Go ahead, 815. Go ahead. Y'all missing the point.
I'm talking about his grammar. I am in the county where Sonia Massey got killed at, and I had never ever heard him speak until he started speaking up. I'm like, oh, thank God he's not like a prosecuting attorney, because it would be horrible. But he's a very educated man, and my aunt said that watching his documentary, he even said that people think by the way that he speaks that he's not educated. And I thought the same way, because some of the words was tearing him up. He couldn't get out. I'm like,
but see, that's what some of us call a thick Southern accent.
No,
that's all that is. Just another accent.
It's a thick Southern. If you know somebody way deep in the country, that's how they talk. Yes, that's a thick Southern accent.
No, it's not country. It's
not Martin.
Country. Go back and look.
Would you tell him why Ben Crump talk like that?
His accent, he's country. He's country.
South.
country.
Most people
Not
from the South
country.
talk that
You
way.
can't pronounce words right.
That's how they do it. It's a Southern dialect. It's
You can make excuses
listen.
for everything. It's always a but.
No, it's a-
but.
it's a-
Like, no.
Listen,
He's
listen.
an educated man,
Okay.
a very intelligent man, but
Listen.
listening to him speak, I wouldn't want him to represent me like prosecuting. Thank God he's a ambulance chaser, and all he got to do is send quotes back and forth.
Well, I tell you one thing. He's an educated man, and you can say whatever you want about him.
He is.
He's high profile.
He is.
And so you can say whatever
He
you want.
is.
I'll take that over speaking correct grammar. I'll take that money. I'll take that any day. I'll take it.
I know that's right.
I'll take it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Willie Wilson said the same thing. Y'all talk about me. I can't speak on anything. But guess what? I'm standing in front of my check, and y'all standing in the back of y'all check. That's how Willie Wilson said. Yeah. So y'all can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, most of our people, African American, Black, Negro, they wasn't educated, but they had businesses and everything. It's these educated folks right now. They get the education. They go on somewhere, and it just look at our communities. You listen. You haven't listen. I only have 2 years of college, but guess what? I could bring doctors, lawyers, lowlights, derelicts, all in together with one room and speak. I could bring that. Well, you take a person that's very articulate, master's degree, PhD, they can't do it. They can't do it. It's not in them. Seriously. Some things are not taught in the textbook. It had to come natural. Some things just not taught.
That's why we have book smart and
Right.
we have book smart and street smart.
Yeah. I mean, like me, I've never had a broadcasting class. I had to learn all this stuff by myself, how to do the lights, the work the camera, and all the software and the phone. Listen, it was rough learning it. I didn't have nobody to hold my hand and walk through. I mean, people cheerleaded me. Oh, Martin, you're good. But would nobody come along and help me? But one gentleman I can truly say, and we was on the phone. He didn't know it, I know, but we worked it out. And I'm here today, using this platform for a voice
Did
for
you
us.
reach out to anyone and ask for
I
any
sure
help?
did. You think I didn't?
Oh.
Do you think I
Okay.
didn't?
Well, I didn't.
Listen, closed mouth don't get fed. I don't have no problem asking.
I know that's right.
I don't have no problem asking.
know
You go
that's right.
ASK, you go
Yeah.
GET.
I tell you, and you got some folks, they want you to do well, but not better than them. And when you when it comes to that, they wish you well, and with the same breath, they hope you fail. I'm telling you, have those people out here. They can't stand that. Even right now today,
Yeah, no,
I want to say this. Speaking on Tiffany, we all know that Tiffany cannot speak correct grammar. We all know that. But guess what? She is the Thornton supervisor. We know that she is the mayor of Dolton. And you have some educated folks, they're not doing anything. You got some folks that have a law degree that's not even practicing. You know, but like I tell her, if she's so dumb.
well, you know what?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, some people, like, you can't just do things for money. Like, you need to do things because you enjoy it, you know, and that's like what some people do. Like, okay, I went to school to be a lawyer, and now, like, okay, that's not my passion. Like, I'm a nurse, but nursing was never my passion. And so, like, I don't do bedside or any of that anymore because it's not my passion. I did it because there's opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I went from doing bedside because I was not happy with it. And now I work with a bunch of old white ladies who got Roth IRAs, 401ks, investments, and they love me, my little black self. But when I worked with my kind, I always had issues.
Exactly.
Well, I tell you,
for some reason.
I tell you that.
I don't know why, but
I tell
we
you,
all
young
got
lady.
the same common goal in mind, which is retirement. And I ain't even old enough to retire.
Young
they
lady,
all know I want to retire.
I tell you one thing: you better learn everything that you can learn about any white person that you work with, especially if they got the ball rolling. Learn, you know, get that knowledge.
Yeah, they are master manipulators. No
one thing. Go ahead, babe. While I finish, my family is heavy in the industry, and my grandmother is the founder of the Jubilee Singers, and I noticed all my father people, they got companies and everything. And I noticed they go to conventions and mingle with the white people.
Mm-hmm.
They learn that craft, that business, how to get that business, that knowledge. And they brought it back to their kids and everything, how to open their businesses.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. Congressman Danny K. Davis stayed in the same room as my father. I mean, I know these things and everything, but us people, us black people, for some reason, when we get that money, we want to keep it all to ourselves. We don't want to tell our other black brothers and sisters how we got this. We're going to make you struggle. We're going to talk about you. And once we get there, we definitely ain't turning our backs to see and check on you.
Well, you know, let me explain that.
I tell you what, I ain't stepping over you. I'm lifting you up with me. I ain't gonna work. I'm not stepping over you.
No, hold it. I'm going to say something. And the reason, follow me, people, real quick. The reason why our community, I'm talking about black people, African American, African Zoe, the reason why we operate like that, because we don't have no unity when it comes to major things. Now, we have unity when it comes to lecture slide, car clubs, class reunion, family reunions, and
things that
car
don't
shows.
matter.
Those things don't matter. We have unity when it comes to those things. But in major things, we don't major major things. So my point is, when we have that attitude, I got mine, you got to get yours, we can't win as a race. Just like what makes the Mexicans so powerful is because they work together. Okay. Jose, hold it. Jose can fix furnaces. The other one, he can do tile and floor, carpet. They work. It's a barter system. We don't do that. We can't stand each other. We can't even live in the same cell with each other. When we locked up, we want to cut each other's throat. We won't live in a house with each other. We need all the space bars. It's something wrong with us. I don't know what it is. It's something wrong with us, people. I don't know what it is.
Selfish and selfless
with each other. That's all I had to say, my man. We need some more callers, people.
We selfless and selfish.
Yep. Let me get some more callers, y'all.
When it comes to our own kind.
Yeah. I need some more calls. Go ahead, sister.
I'm finna get on off this line with y'all. I enjoy conversating with y'all. Y'all some beautiful people. Love y'all. Hopefully I catch the show tomorrow. Enjoy y'all self and tune in next time, baby, with me. And I'll be talking with you and y'all again. I love y'all.
Now make sure you vote right.
Oh, I heard that.
Until you start on another conversation. All right, babe.
I was gonna say, and most of us are greedy. Most of us are greedy. Most of us don't want to see the next person shine.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you, like we told my grandpa, you can't take it with you.
That's it. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
You can't take it with you.
Yeah. But I tell people.
I never saw a Brinks truck go behind a hearse.
No.
I never saw a Brinks truck go behind a hearse in the cemetery. So you have to enjoy life while you down here on this earth.
Yeah. All right, we got another caller. All right, 337.
Has joined.
337. Come on, caller.
Yes, I'm the one that called last night. I enjoyed the conversation and the end of your show. You talked about Tiffany and what's going on with her, and she's the one that's in office in both the townships. But I was offended by one of your callers, and I'll explain why.
Okay, come on.
I'm a person who doesn't live in. Okay, I have an uncle who was the president of the Independence Bank. I don't know if you guys remember the Independence Bank. His name was Alvin Boutte Sr. And I have my mother's brother was a fireman who was killed there in Chicago. So that's what brought me to be part of the conversation about Dolton. So again, I've done things for people in Dolton that I don't have to say their names. I've done people for things. Someone said, I don't know if it was a Sarge, says, hey, why don't you just take care of what's going on here in Louisiana? Take care of your own people. It's offensive that our own people, our own black people, want to criticize for helping people that that's going on with the problem that's going on in Dalton. It's sad. It's pathetic that people could stoop down so low to criticize somebody for helping and being part of the conversation about what's going on with Tiffany and her cronies there. And lastly, there's a lot of things that's going on there. We wouldn't know about it if it wasn't some outsiders of Illinois. We know about this. Most of us know about this from what's going on from people that goes there, flies themselves in there, drives there, and find out what's going on. And then we know it through the social media, through just conversation we had with these people. So again, sometimes we need to step back and look within ourselves, look within the mirror of our soul, and realize, hey, maybe these people do care. Maybe they do care about what's going on in Dalton, as opposed to someone making comments like, you take care of your problem, we take care of ours. It's really sad. It's really sad.
Okay.
I land my plane on that one.
Okay, I got to ask you a question. Can you answer the question? What happens if she be reelected, Tiffany, for 2025?
If she's elected, then you have to suffer the consequences. There's something that goes on there where people were reelected Trump. Nobody thought that Trump would win. So you just got to accept it, deal with the problems, and now she'll be on pins and needles. She'll be doing what she's supposed to do rather than what she's doing now. So if she's reelected, it's the people's their fault. And some young lady from Barbara and Shirley there, they were talking about they don't vote, they're going to vote independent or most of the seniors. That's everywhere. Everywhere. I agree with you on that. Seniors are going to vote. And that's why you target the bingo parlors, the bingo halls, and you target the seniors when they give them food or your system with the boxes. That's not just in Dalton. That's just not in Dalton Township. That's everywhere. It's down here in Louisiana. Same thing. And it's sad, but we don't have anything down here that's even remotely equivalent to what's going on there in Dalton and Dalton Township. You've never seen anything. That's why you have all these people all over the world knows about this. And it's sad. People are wondering. Let me say this, and I'll try to be brief about it. I was in the Philippines. I'm 70 years old, so I was in the Philippines a while back, and there was a conversation I had with a guy that says Aquino would never set foot alive, and when he comes back to the Philippines, sure enough, he was killed walking down the steps of the from the airplane. And guess who's the president now? The same president that had the guy killed, his son is president of the Philippines. So, there's corruption everywhere, all over the world. It's just that this level of corruption is so obvious, but people are accepting it and then saying, okay, well, we're going to get toys, we're going to get food, and we get bingo, great prizes from Amazon, Wayfair. We're going to get great prizes. We get our trees cut 3 or 4 times. The same tree gets cut 3 or 4 times. Come on, man. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. But that's my answer to you. If she's reelected, she has to be accepted.
Okay. All right, we got a new caller. Okay, we got 8037, local caller 8037. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut, unedited.
What's going on? I didn't hear you for a second. I didn't know if you were still on the air.
No, we still on the air. You got to go through the prompts. When you call in, you got to go through the prompt, turn your phone down and get your phone on speakerphone. And it's so annoying, when people call in, they don't know. The audio is so important when you do programs like this, But go ahead, sir.
Yeah. If Tiffany Henry is reelected as mayor, people are going to move out because they're not going to keep putting up with her mess. From what I hear.
Okay. And why you say that?
That's all I get. Like I said, I keep hearing a lot of mess about her. The people are saying she's a crook, so they're not going to go.
Okay. And you from Chicago?
Yeah.
Man, they've been calling Danny Davis a crook all these guys crooks, and they keep voting them in, though.
Sarge.
Yeah, but see, Tiffany, he, I guess there's more. He has more controversy, I guess, than Danny Davis. I've never heard about Danny Davis being a crook. You know what I mean? So that's new to me.
Okay. It ain't new to me, but I'm not calling it, but I've heard many people call him that. Oh, we need to get out of office. He's not doing anything. So he doesn't represent my area. So I heard that. I feel you on that. I feel you on that one. All right.
Come on, yeah.
We got two more. Yeah. You done? We got two more callers. You can hold on. Sarge, come on. Done. Hey, Sarge. I'm gonna tell you before you come on here, Sarge. I don't like what you did yesterday, man. You got one more time, bro. Get out of order like that, man. You call somebody the B word, then talking about the penis in their mouth, bro. You got one more time. I'm just telling you, I can't deal with that no more. You know better out of all people. I know we get a little emotional on here, but I expect better from you because I expect better from you. You know what I'm saying? You my guy though, but I expect better from you. I really didn't like that last night, man. That outburst on that. Now I don't mind you outbursting, but when you say stuff like that, you're not respecting me, man. And I thought, man, you have a relationship. First, we like that. So I wouldn't come on your channel and say nothing. And I'll listen to you today on Burgundy Blue channel. You was calm and collected. But you got on my channel and had that outburst like that and said that, man, that wasn't cool, bro, at all. But you go ahead and speak, bro. I just want to tell you that. All right, go ahead, Sarge.
Okay. First and foremost, the caller 335 area code, I got to apologize to them because I mistakenly thought the guy that was interrupting everybody on the call, I thought that was the Lake Charles, Louisiana guy. So what I said about take care of your own, I was
that ain't what I'm talking about.
Wrong.
Hold on. That ain't what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That ain't.
I know what you're talking about, but the guy the 335 guy, he was offended by what I said. Now, I didn't intend that for him, but I mistakenly thought he was the guy that was interrupting everybody. The 9 whatever dude.
901. Okay.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? So that one's I'm apologizing to that brother because I mistakenly said that to him, and that wasn't to be put on his plate because he wasn't the one interrupting everybody. Because I was listening to the show, and when he called in, I said, okay, let me call and apologize to the brother because, I mistaked him with the other guy. So that one's on me.
Well, what about me?
That one's on me.
What about you? You ain't apologize to me. I'm the host. You ain't say you apologize to a man that's not even here.
No,
I'm the host.
I said I'm apologizing to the caller.
No, you apologize to me as well because you did it on the show. You disrespected me, bro. Come on, man.
Can I get to that part?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm not trying to just go all over the place. Nah. But me getting outrageous like that on that person on your show, yeah, I apologize to you because that was disrespectful to you because this is your platform, your panel, and that was disrespectful to you.
Okay, let's get to the question.
I apologize to you for that. And when I was on Burgundy Blue show earlier, she had time for me to say something on the show, saying that you were on the show. I was like, oh, okay. By the time we got to that, she's like, okay, well, we're finna move on to the next. I said, okay, fine. So I didn't get a chance to apologize to you earlier today. Okay. Well, I would apologize to you earlier today.
Let's get to the question. We're good. You're forgiven. Come on, get to the question. We got another call out to you. Get to the question. What's your comment?
Okay, if she get reelected, she get reelected. I mean, that's not really, for me, because I don't live there, and I continually say that. appreciate everybody that's going through whatever they're going through or back and forth or whatever with the Dalton situation, but I can't pass judgment on anything to do with that because I don't live there. Now, all I can make statements on is the FBI takes their time. They move at a snail pace to get all their ducks in a row. And then once they got a gotcha move, they got a gotcha move. Now, there's another mayor, and I'm finna land a plane right quick. Not a mayor, a state's attorney in Baltimore, right? She ended up getting 100 hours community service, and that's all. And they thought she was going to jail. Her name was Marilyn Mosby. They thought she was going to go to jail for what she did. And it's like, no, they gave her, because it's inner city government. She got 100 hours. It wasn't federal. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully, if anything does happen with her, it's local. Because, you know, I don't want to see nobody going in a cage behind bars. I mean, unless you eliminated somebody else's life unjustly, then yeah, that's where you need to be. But they've been stealing for years, and she ain't stole all this money by herself. She can't just up and pop up in there and, oh, we got all this money missing. Oh, she just did it all. She just walked in, first time, man, stole everything, robbed the town blind. Man, no, that dog don't hunt. So I land my plane.
Okay, thank you. New caller 612 area code, Minnesota.
Hey, Martin. It's just that's my business line.
Okay.
If Tiffany is reelected, I definitely know for everyone outside of this, they're gonna move on to the next hot topic. So that's that with the outsiders. With the residents, I would really like to hear from them as to what they would do, because I would hope that as residents, if that were to happen, can we move on and get together as a community and hold each other accountable in a way that hasn't been like it is? So that's what I would hope for the residents. If, and I know a lot of people don't want that to happen, but if that were to happen, can we take care of the business of the village? And that's it for me.
I think we missed the point of 901 yesterday. He said, regardless of what go on, the business of the village has to be taken care of. He did say, and at that point, I know he was right on. And I think we missed that point yesterday where he was saying, you know, you have, no matter the disagreements and all that, don't like each other and all. I mean, listen, we work on jobs and we don't even like each other. We don't even speak to each other. Only contact we have with each other, it'd be work related. After that, you don't have my personal number. I'm going my way, you go your way. I eat lunch by myself. A lot of us, we just have a casual conversation with our co-workers.
Absolutely.
Right.
We go home and we talk to our friends about that horrible person at work, and then we go the next day and handle our business. I mean, and that's how it should be. I mean, I really think that's how it should be now, regardless of everything that's happening. Business still should have gone ahead. But again, to stay on topic, if she's reelected, can we stop the hollering and the fussing and make sure the business is done? Can we work like everybody else who has a job that they report to and not be upset because who the leader is, so much so that you can't get the actual business done? And anywhere else, on any other government job, none of this would be tolerated from anyone. And I'm saying that on all sides.
Yeah, that's true.
None of it would be tolerated. So if she is, can we just get to the business? Can everybody go to board training? Can we go to mayoral training? Can we go to government training and figure out how to do the business.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. We got a caller, people. All right, 872 area code. Come on, caller. 872. Area code 872, caller. I mean, he got his phone playing, I guarantee, because there's a delay. Caller. Oh, here come now. He should come in now.
Cheryl Hill
has joined.
Okay, Miss Hill. Hey. How you doing, Miss Hill? Come on in. I'm sorry. I thought you was. Come on in. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, young man?
I'm trying to. Hey, listen, young man under the weather just a little bit, but it ain't enough where it's gonna stop me from doing what I gotta do. I've been on here sick before, so it ain't gonna stop me. Come on, Miss Hill. I'm ready to sit back and let you take us a class, take us to school.
Well, you know how that is for us coming up in this. Yeah, we weather everything, you know.
Right.
So, look, interesting conversation tonight,
Okay.
and I heard that wonderful young lady. You know, and I love when I hear someone ask about the residents because the power of the people and the paramount power in their voice, sooner or later, and always more sooner than later, it's going to get so resoundingly loud that it can't be ignored. You know, everything comes out for a reason. It's been said that there are no coincidences. I don't know what I could say about a re-election. I know about the magnitude of people that actually voted, you know, when it came to her being mayor. And I met Tiffany at 18 years old. I give due. Being from the south side of Chicago and now the south side of the suburbs, and I was just like, wait a minute now. It's just like it's not a parallel world now. In real time, I have watched somewhere that I have moved that had the essence of everything for a community, you know, and to see where it is now, you know, that has a lot to do with the people. The people must be involved. You know, you can't, it's okay to sit on your front porch. People ain't entitled to it. But there comes a time when we have to get involved, because when we realize how it will affect us and look up and realize that it actually has affected us, we must have some kind of input. Now, her being reelected is absolutely up to the people, Dolton. That all free will choice. Nobody has no say on nobody else's voice or vote. They go out and they vote what's conducive to the community. And on that unity, for God's sake, anybody that can hear my voice, you know, we've all heard what division does. And we've all seen and heard what warring does. But in warring, amongst ourselves as people, I heard someone speak to selfish. See, beyond you person knows that beyond yourself, you can't find a lot of ways to be selfish other than by free will choice. So at some point, we all have to make a free will, conscientious choice to reach one, teach one. If something happens to you and you see it could benefit somebody behind you, then let it be known. We have to learn what it means to be together on something that almost falls under one biggest common denominator we have, human beings. Mm-hmm. Now, if anybody can dispute that, I give them their fair shake, their fair voice, their fair stand to speak about it. We have another commonality, common denominator. Not one of us decided what our skin color was going to be. So for the life of me living, blinking and breathing right now on this conversation, I cannot fathom why no human being thinks that they are better than any other human being. None of us can escape that. I don't hear nobody talking about they want to smack the creator for putting us in the skin color we in, because nobody wants to accept the things that we have no external control on. There's times when we rest to leave it alone. But the things that we do have some kind of external free will control over, we need to try to utilize. I couldn't predict how this outcome would be, that I tell you, love and projection. However, voting goes, everyone needs to hear me resoundingly say very, very clear. This is already reverberated in a mannerism that the largest township in Illinois is closed, but Illinois is not closed.
Mm-hmm.
They can't keep pretending that this will not resonate for the next 4 to 8 to 10 years. And where it is now, bonds, insurance, people not wanting to insure a human being that gets elected. Come on now. So the better part of valor is to you do what you can. You know, people, I know they say they don't want to be involved, but as human beings, we can see that we're elected officials, in a way, all around the world and the globe. They make decisions that wind up having us involved,
Mm-hmm.
or having us diminished,
right,
or having us pitted against one another, or propaganda will always exist. The tongue, we're gonna always. It's a two-edged sword. You can curse your own very life with the words that you speak about yourself, about others. Free will is not a sin, because if all of us have the same will, I can't even start to imagine. So at this point, for me, for residents in Dolton, if you don't know someone, see if you can find out about them. I stood at the podium, I think this month sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I meant that from my soul. If you don't know someone, you find out. When haven't someone started out as strangers somewhere? You find out who people are. All this person is a mole, that person is a mole. They wouldn't know a mole, a real animal mole, if they actually seen it on the street. There can be individuals sitting in elected seats for a gain of self, because it diminishes what's supposed to be conducive to public trust, non-breach of public trust. They must respect rules of laws and pillars of laws. But I spin back to free will. That's what free will is. And no, for the sake of God, and at this point, if one person could have pulled off everything that is going on here in the village of Dolton, I'm put it like that, I would know. I would absolutely know.
Let me say something real quick. Let me say something. Let me hold it for a minute. I need those that are on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. I got like almost 200 people on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. It won't hurt you to hit the like button. Please do that for me. Thank you. Mama Hill, let me say one thing real quick. Listen, at the end of the day, we have to look at this thing in a circle. What if? So if this happened, what are we going to do? What's going to be the situation? A lot of people have said they didn't think Trump would be reelected, but he got back in office with all those accusations.
Absolutely.
All them accusations. He got right back in office.
Right. And that's why I say I can't predict it, but I'll speak to it, because on the lighter side of the reality in that event, the people need to also decide how open they are to certain committees. Committees are not all built by elected officials. You get committees going in your community. That's where the unity comes in. They get together and they form committees. They make sure they stay on their board. They make sure they present things to their board where their board cannot turn away from it. They do what is really called people's due diligence, because as long as I've been in Dolton, for as proactive as I've been, there are times when I need my attendance. That's what the clerk is supposed to do. When I need my attendance, when that sign-in sheet is turned into the appropriate person, that means that clerk is supposed to give me my attendance, and I don't get no feedback when I go back in there, because they're the document of those records. But we have to choose to be proactive. Sitting and soaking is not coming here one day and it'll be a bankrupt for sale sign.
Mm-hmm.
instead of these plaques that have these elected officials' names on it. So in the aftermath that she does win again, I heard someone say, "What are the people going to do?" I mean, it can be a full exodus. Homeowners can't up and leave like that because guess what? They can't leave handout. They can't leave that financial that's on them. They have to find a way, and turning away is not the way. We don't have a police chief here. They got to understand to a certain degree, we are considered a failed state. There's no big revenue coming in on a consistent basis. Businesses have depleted in the Dolton area. They have got to understand we must be a part of the betterment of the change. Forget this attitude and infighting that is not conducive to what reality is going to be. The mortgages are going to still have to be paid. People's home insurance are still going to have to house and clothe their children until they make whatever. Moving isn't easy. So I call out to unity. That's all I can call out to unity. We have to learn how to utilize our libraries. We can have our own meetings, formate it, organize it, have it together, take it to our boards, because I'm truly pushing organization of our agenda because it makes no sense if there's no organization to the people of Dolton. I respect you all. I love you all. I have met so many of you all. There are some business operators. There are retired people that want to be involved. We must open our community back up to the people. This community must be opened back up to the people. It isn't anything, and I meant that with love and respect. This is not about their civic servants. They are civic servants. This is something for them to encourage their children to be. You cannot allow the children and the young adults to keep being cut out and the senior citizens as though they are not even here upon the earth. We have to take care of our backyard people. We can look in other places, and as you said about Donald Trump, that's what I'm talking about, free will. See, even the trustees and elected officials and the people that are running, they can't control free will, human beings. We are the controllers of free will to do our best due diligence. Yes, check out the candidates. I'm glad to see that there are more candidates running than I thought. And recycling can't keep happening in Dolton, Illinois, because to see the same people over and over again and perhaps expecting a different outcome, you can't forget what is sitting there now on Mount Bountiful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. And anybody, go ahead, because if anybody know about Mount Bountiful, that's what that powerful prayer. We have got to pull ourselves together, people. And anyway y'all see me, ask me. If you ask me, I will help you, I will guide you, I will enlighten you, but we got to pull it together. And that's for the sake of Dolton, Illinois, because I like being here. Yeah. I like being here.
Yeah.
Hey, Mama Hill, I got a question for you. This shoes.
I know,
you
baby.
Know, yeah, it's shoes, and I you know, I love you to death, and this is what I wanted to ask you. And Dolton is a village, and I don't think people understand the difference between what a village is and how it's made up versus a city.
So for a village, okay, this is how it is for a village. The village is governed by every elected body that's here. That means everything is to be taken care of here by every head of department, perhaps under our community complaint. If we have a complaint about public works, somebody at the village, the fire department, or something of that nature, you write up the complaint, it's taken to the village hall, you wait for the head of the department to get back to you. And the library is a separate entity from the village board. The park district is a separate entity from the village board. So the park is its own government, but they are all, of course, under one umbrella in the village of Dolton. We take care. It's supposed to be we take care of any problems here, so it would have never gotten like days like this, because the attorney general, and when people, let me help everybody out there with this love. When the attorney general sees, that's when we can't get anything done here by our elected officials. We take it to our board, if we take it to the mayor, if we take it to the administrator, if we take it to the assistant administrator, the chief of police, the fire department, public works, water department, nobody does anything. We'll put in a complaint to the hierarchy outside of the bubble of the village, which is the attorney general, Pritzker, Tony Periwinkle, and all of them. And then you wait for the response to trickle down. But the elected officials here are the matriarch of government here. The governance here is ran by the very elected officials that we put in these seats. So they cannot be the one to be the breaches of the ark. And this is what happened. They cannot be the one to get us. Go ahead, babe.
No, go.
And they cannot be the ones to get us in these situations where it's not rare, because I heard a young man say that there's corruption a little everywhere. But it's getting it's slightly rare when you can't be bonded because of a particular person. You can't run an intergovernment like that. That's why, and then when you attach the word village, and we all know that it takes a village. No, it cannot take the village to destroy and break down and disrupt the village. No. And if the people are not the rioters and the 93% to 99% disruptors, it cannot be the elected officials. They are utilizing tax dollars sitting in that seat as representatives. I go to work for a company. I actually represent that company when I leave that job. I come to your show. I'm supposed to be first and foremost of the creator and my family, and a good representative of your show.
Right.
You hear what I'm saying? So when we send our children out, we want them to be on their best behavior. So that means when you're sitting in the seat as an elected official, then the people have they say expect nothing, but there is a pulled-in expectation when you become an elected official. Now, people say, well, Ms. Hill, you're a human rights activist. Hence, I'm a advocating community human rights activist. I am not an elected official. I say, I once wanted to be a nun, because that's where I got my elected from.
Okay. We got a new call.
I don't sit on no board.
Okay, hold on. We got a new call.
Absolutely.
6372. Hold on, Mama Hill.
Hold on, babe.
Yeah, we got a caller. Come on, call. New caller. 6372.
Good evening, Martin and panel. I'm just listening in right now. God blesses to everyone on tonight.
Okay, you just listening. You don't want to comment right now? Okay, you just let me know when you're ready to comment.
Not right now.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Cool. Let me know when you're coming. Mama Hill, she educating us, y'all. I knew she's gonna give us some education. I just knew that. I knew it. And people,
what?
Go ahead, Mama Hill. Go ahead.
But, coming where I came from, see, I was raised on 79th and Union. I went to the Martin Luther King Youth Center right there on Racine. I roller skated at St. Sabina's School, 8 hours later.
You done told your...
so...
Yeah. You done told your age, Okay.
Well, now look at me. Look, I'm raw 65 this year. Look at me, and see, that's another something. That age isn't out there. Age is but a number. If only you want to carry it in your head like that. I still roller skate. I still ride my bike. I'm up and down 14 flights of stairs at least 6 to 10 times a day.
Oh, okay, all right.
So that's under free will. We have got to learn how to take care of ourselves too.
Right.
We must. I'm going
to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question. Now, and this is basically about, we're not talking about the Thornton Township, we're talking about Dolton. Now, right now, I believe that correct me if I'm wrong, that the trustee basically got control right now, all the finances, they got an eye on it and everything. Am I correct?
To right now at this point, I'm gonna go I say 73 to.
Okay.
I even say 75%, which is not the full norm.
Okay.
You know, some of the things that got executed when she became mayor. You know, I was sitting here saying, Elaine, you know what a conundrum is. And once I know what it is, I ain't going to keep assessing if that's what I'm watching. I was like, well, you got to, go step in front of something right quick. So when I first hear about this recall, I told him, recall who? Recall what? Recall what? You don't go messing with no recall within those 6 to 8 months of nobody's mayor. They haven't even put it wrong yet.
Okay.
You have some merits. And see, if anybody get mad when I speak about money grabs, well, that's under free will too, and may the creator love you. Because nobody, my words ain't gonna blatantly have people not pay attention to what ways money grabs can come either.
Hold on, Ms. Hill. Let me explain something to somebody on the audience. They said I'm confused as why most of the people that get extra talk time on this platform never speak at the podium about any of this stuff. It's always about something else. Now, let me just say this. They only limit you to 3 minutes at the podium. And some people, they don't want to be persecuted because, you got some people that do support Tiffany and they don't want to come out and be public with that. I've talked to a lot of them. I hear it off the record. I can't bust them out, bust their names out. But we a lot. That's why we have a little community groups like this talks, so we can get a lot of information that we don't get at the board meeting. Now we don't know everything. I must admit we don't know everything, but those things that we do know, we are sharing them on here. I get tired of talking about Tiffany and Dolton, but that's what everybody want to hear. So I said, who better could tell a story? I'm right. I don't live in Dolton, but I'm right here. Mama Hill, she lives in Dolton. She knows. Go ahead.
Yes, and I was just saying, I'm one of the people that's been speaking at the podium for well over 35 years, and I get, what people say. We got 3 minutes on the podium, and I love you all. Oh, my God. You all constantly Burgundy, Blue, Choose, Shay, Reality Check, TV, Critical. Y'all are just warming my heart. It's like y'all are torches for me now. Voices are out there in a way they couldn't ever have been. I grew up in the 60s, and when I first came out, man, they told us I had to go down to Woolworth. Man, when they told me it's a probability somebody might spit on me, I'm like, probability of me not getting arrested? Come on, man. They say, sure. I got took off the bus by white officers on 79th Street. They was looking for a male. I got short hair. So what? Look, you ain't keep looking at my skin and then want to throw me out. You took me off the bus, brother, and you put me on the building of Major Motors Auto Part on 79th and Morgan. What are you doing? Why are you moving? Because I'm stepping back. Top heavy means I'm a woman. Brother, I'm stepping back. They don't like me, they lingo. I heard a young lady talking about what her father went out and learned and bought it back. But see, I'm a generational inheritance child. My grandfather and them died. My mother died. I got land, and Exelon is on. My name is on some Exelon material in the ground. This is what we need to do. We need to find out about us. There is never anything wrong finding out about us. And in the big scheme of being here in Dolton, these people's voices, they kind of being silent out. And for anybody to be Tiffany's still on my Facebook page, 2017, 18, maybe getting 2019, where I am saying she's going to be the first mayor. I didn't stipulate black. I didn't stipulate woman, because that was the youngest person I had really ever seen with boots on the ground. You hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Executive does one thing, that's the mayor.
And Mama Hill.
And legislative.
Let me say this too, not to put your business out there. It hasn't always been sweet between you and Tiffany. You know that. It has not always been sweet.
Oh, you know what? Absolutely.
Yeah. So I want to tell people
that. There ain't never
that.
been no bed of roses.
Right. So
that's right. Oh, let me help you wonderful, loving people out there. It has not been a bed of roses, because when 24, let me quit playing. When 8-9 squad cars come around my house, talking about, look, Don't play like that right there. See, that's why I do what I do. I'm not gonna have people just taken right out of their skin. Because other people got something going on. See, that mindset you spoke about, I was just telling you about the mind. Everybody, we got to know we will get trapped in our mind in a way that nobody can bring us out of it. So sometimes don't pretend like everything is all hunky-dory, because that wasn't cool. I had a conversation around here that my children could take at their job. Now imagine how that went when my son seen it. My neighbors, but you know what I love about some of the people that they don't talk about in Dolton? How many of my neighbors call me, Mama Hill, what's all them police doing around your house? See, so you supposed to live in the neighborhood, you look out for one another. The longer you hear, the more people are going to see you. That unholy. Now, and not going her nickname for me. I've always called Tiffany Ass, not throwing her under the bus. So let me put this disclaimer out there. You know, when I asked her, now if didn't nobody else have to show up in court but you, now I'm talking to you from wisdom. Did that resonate with you, or should I walk with you to a counselor? Because I'm not gonna let you miss that picture. I'm not one of those elders, baby.
Yeah, Mama Hill.
They came in that court.
Hold up, Mama Hill. Let me hear from my brother, 6372. I'm quite sure he got some things, some rebuttals and things. I know he got some about now. I know he's been listening. Come on, my brother. I know he got some about now.
Well,
go ahead.
The only thing that I would say, is number one, if Tiffany is reelected, it's the will of the people of Dolton. That's number one.
That's true.
Number two, I think Tiffany has a lot of different problems, but I think one of her biggest problems was just not being a good administrator. She made decisions that maybe had good intentions, but was not suitable financially for the village of Dolton. And then her arrogance kind of made her cover things up and put on the defense. But I just think that it's the will of the people. If she's reelected, I think Dolton can be a great place again. So here it is. You might not be able to change the culture of politics globally, but the village and the citizens of Dolton might be able to change the culture of the politics in Dolton. Amen. So you need a leader that, number one, even the Bible says, how can you rule God's house? You can't rule your own house. They got to be able, as voters, they got to be educated on what to look for in our leader. Right. That's number one, education to the voters. That's what's going to change Dolton, put Dolton hopefully back on a path to victory. Yeah. It starts with the voters, and they have to be educated.
Highly.
Now sometimes you're just given, a bad hand. Sometimes you got to pick between, you got 2 or 3 people, and they all kind of rough. You just got to, it's like picking fruit. Sometimes, you have to go and just pick the best one that you possibly can. They all might be dabbles, but you have to pick the best one out the bunch. But I do believe that after that, they have to pick leaders, here it is, that has the heart of the people. So catch this, when you have the heart of something, then that means that even when I could do wrong or bad, I'm going to remember the people. I'm going to listen to the voices of the people versus my friends and my donors, versus my personality, versus my pocket. That's what Dolton residents going to have to do in order to put them back on a train to victory again. So it's going to start with educating the voters. Then it's going to start with picking leaders that have certain characteristics that will be conducive for the village of Dolton. As I said, politics have changed, and you might not be able to change it globally, but hopefully the residents can change the politics in Dolton and start looking at it from a different perspective.
Now,
and looking at it from a, go ahead.
I want to say this too. I agree with something you said. I always say that politics is pay to play. Most of the time when we vote, when I say we, people that's my complexion, we just give our vote away and don't get nothing. Maybe a few of us get something. Maybe a little activist, community activist, businessman, or some other politician, we get something out the deal. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100.
Okay.
And brother, you said something real important. Politics works like this. There's two things that a politician respects. He respects the person who he most fear, and we know that's the white folks. And two, he respects the people that's bankrolling them. And hey, we have to buy our politicians. They are for sale, people. It's just pay to play. I hate to say this, but we have to buy them. Listen, if someone come up to me and say, hey, Martin, you run for this office, and they throw a $10,000 donation, you know I'm going to do my best to try to push their agenda, whatever, because they're supporting me. See, when you give your money to anybody, a creator or a politician, you're showing your level of support. Of course, you want a return for your money. People just don't give you money just to give you money. They're looking for a return, an investment. It's merely an investment. So it's like I go to Dolton and I donated to the mayor, which is whoever the mayor is, $10,000 of their campaign fund. So now I want to build a skating rink. Now I know I'm in because they're going to approve me for all the certifications and the zoning and all that because I donated $10,000 in the campaign fund. It's all about pay to play. I'm sorry, people. That's what it boiled down
that's
to.
What he was talking about. I concur with that highly.
I got to tell you.
Talking about, you got to watch out for that snake.
Yeah,
you got to watch
but
out for
we
that
got a new caller real quick.
And that's the worst side.
Hold on, Ms. Hill. We got a new caller real quick. Area code 214. Come on, caller. Thank you for holding. Thank you for holding.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
My name is. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
You sound like you're a senior.
Gee, okay.
You do? Don't take that offense. That's okay. I'm happy I believe you the first time caller, right?
I sure am.
Thank you so much. Hold your ears now. I got to do something. All right, I do that to all my first time callers. So welcome. Let's hear your thought, your opinion, whatever you want to say. It's open. You're live, uncut, unedited.
Okay. You know, I've been watching Dolton for, I don't know, maybe close to a year now.
Uh-huh.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous because Tiffany is a crook.
Okay.
She's nothing but she's a crook and she's a little thug. I mean, I have never seen a woman that has that much, those balls on her, drag the ground most of the time. She's a dictator. I mean, she's almost everything that's really wrong. What the problem with Black people? And I have no idea how she gets it. I mean, she's a great talker. So, in a lot of ways, she reminds me of a mini Trump because she can sit up there and they'll ask her questions. The trustees could be asking her questions about something, and she will get around it with nobody business, and they'll shut up, and they won't ask her anymore after that. She's just a dictator. I mean, God, I wish I had the balls she has. I'd be filthy rich right now.
Oh, wow. Should I take that as a compliment or?
That's called half and half.
Okay.
I love it though, but
okay.
Hey, a parable be a half and half.
I want to ask you something, 214,
okay,
real quick. In your lifetime, have you ever met someone that's similar to Tiffany outside of Donald Trump that you call crooked or you know is crooked? Okay. Okay.
I mean, I've met someone close to her, and where you look at them and you say, "Damn, that's a crook." But I have never met anyone that has the gall, the arrogance, the bulliness like Tiffany. I mean, she is really one of a kind, and the only way that village will survive is they get rid of her. If they don't get rid of her in 5 to 10 years, that place is going to dry up.
See how you see? See?
Let her talk.
That's the
let
real,
her talk,
that's
Mama
the,
here. You let her talk.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Ooh, yes.
She is right now. I watched the meeting a couple of days ago when the lady came in at the end with the golf club.
Yeah, Trina. Yeah.
I mean, all this was staged, because how in the world do you have cops there and they don't even stop her? And Tiffany's over there, and the lawyer was getting all going out of her mind, saying she's got a weapon. She's got a weapon. Tiffany turned her back on that lawyer and she was smiling. And that woman is evil. There's something really, really wrong with that young lady. It really is. And she is so dangerous. I would, if I was her enemy, I would have to pack me a gun everywhere I go. Because I would have to look out for her and her goons that she has. She has surrounded herself with nothing but goons and criminals. Everyone that she hires, there's something wrong with them. They did something criminal in their past. And if I was part of her crew, I would be sitting up there saying, hey, I would be defending her too, because they're getting some of those. What is that? Price is getting paid $90,000 a year. He'll never get that kind of money anywhere else. That's where that what's that guy? That little Dots, spelling Dots, DOTTS.
Michael Smith.
Yeah. This guy she was going to pay him $100,000 a year.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
And she hides the payroll from the trustees, because one time Holmes were asking her, we haven't seen the payroll for 2 or 3 months, and she got around it. She talked her way. I mean, the woman, if she was straight and narrow, she would be God, she would be a senator herself.
Man, I'm telling you, everything would have came to Dalton. And see, that's the flip side. The history of that.
She has a gift, a gab, but she's a crook. She's a stone cold crook. And sometimes you look at her when they're talking and they want to know something. Look, the next time you see her and they want something from her, the trustees, some kind of receipts. They ain't had no receipts for how long?
Wow.
She won't give them any receipts, and she'll get around it. And I tell you, you look at her eyes, and there's nothing there. She's very dangerous. She really is.
Wow.
And I feel sorry for those people that are homeowners there, because they're gonna have to keep going up on their taxes in order to just stay alive. And you just can't get up and move. Some people say, well, why don't you move? You can't just move. Well, how you going to do that? You got to have some money. And these people don't have that kind of money. But Tiffany does, because she's trying to get every bit of the money out that village that she can. She's trying to get the last bit of it now. The toys and the dinners for Christmas. She gave those 2 trustees, Gonzalez and Carmen, an invoice for $67,000. And people are asking. I saw some of people on the internet. They were asking, well, where's the toys at? She has gotten that money, and she is going to drain those people every bit of money. She's going to squeeze them until ain't nothing left before she gets out of there. She got to be stopped. She really does.
So what happened if hold on, Mama here, Max? What happened if they? I'm not talking about the Thornton Township, because she's not on the ballot. What happens if Dolton reelects her? What do you think would happen to that town if she get reelected?
it'll dry up because there won't be no money because Tiff will have gotten it all. And she don't care about them people. She don't care about none of them. All she care about is getting her hand on some more money.
Wow.
That's all.
Wow.
She's going to drain them dry. She's doing it now. I think, now my opinion is, if she has gotten all the money out of the township, she's gotten the money out of the other people should be really looking and seeing where their money is. Because what was that? There was an audit done, but the audit company wouldn't put their name on the audit, and they gave excuses. But the reason why they didn't put their name on it is simply because they couldn't believe the receipts and invoices that they had. See, she's just draining them dry. And she's going to drain them dry until there's nothing left. And the only reason that she is fighting for those jobs is she ain't going to be able to make that kind of money nowhere else in this world. She's just a crook, a little thug.
Okay.
And if she didn't have a female body, a voice, you would think that was a man talking to you a lot of the time.
Ooh, she going in. Yeah.
I really feel sorry for those people that are there and stuck there. Because if Jason Holmes gets elected, he can try to set the what is that word? Set the ship right. he can try to do everything he can, but it's going to take him 5 to 10 years to even get right.
Right.
With the money.
Amen.
Drain him dry.
Okay. All right. Hold it right there. Hey, callers, I need you guys to, not the callers, hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Please hit the like button. That helps me out. Help me out if you want to donate to the channel as well. That'd be a blessing. Share, subscribe to my page, because y'all know this is the only page where you don't have to agree with me, and I'm hearing both sides. Y'all know it. And I don't know y'all from a can of paint.
And I can believe how my phone ringing over here, because everybody know this is this is a rarity. They've been all with me. This is a rarity. I do interviews. I used to interview with Anita Padilla, and give me the non-disclosure. Give me the non-disclosure. See, I got a full life, and I'm just a human rights activist. And the beautiful woman that was speaking, she hit on so many things that I have been talking about for the last 4 years, like the old song, Open Eyes. It's like, hey, now I can be my brother's keeper. So, bruh, here's what I'm not going to keep from you. Because as she so eloquently said, the reverberation of what is going on now, networking, I've not really seen any of them networking for the last 4 years of sitting here as elected official. If you don't network daily, that's resources and revenue coming into the community. When you held a business, like I had never seen such a thing here in Dolton. I have been here, I'm about 7 mayors in. I had never had, look.
Let me I want to say this. The people of Dolton are going to have to speak up. They're going to have to go to the polls and may the best man or woman win. They'll have to speak up, because there's a lot of information out there, and you must agree with me. The older people, the seniors, they vote more than young people, period. And we know that Tiffany, she's caters to the seniors. She on the ground running with them, doing bingo or doing a lot of things. And, people look at her like she's fool, but she listen, she ain't no dummy. She served 2 terms as being a trustee. So she know what she's doing. Don't let that, listen, like that lady said, don't let that slim body fool you and all that. And that
I don't underestimate between not underestimating free will. See, this is what I tell people. I play chess. You know what I'm saying? And it requires a lot of strategic thinking and looking at your own thoughts. Under the umbrella of free will, I would like to believe that Tiffany knows this time, whatever she's seen herself do the first time. And if you're listening, baby, it's not gonna work. Because if Sister Hill's still here, like I'm me, no, like the lady say, and I said that people can't move that easy. So they're gonna have to get involved, and they're gonna have to show it at the polls like they never had before. It's no disparity.
Shut that bingo down.
Well, that's already shut down already.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's all. And that was yes, it is, because that was a travesty for her to have the bingo at that Mullane Center. That's travesty number 2, because when you go and say you're going to make that a police station, look, I've seen a lot of Wizard of Oz moves out here. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of 3-car mollies. I've seen a lot of things. I'm with the sister on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You put up posters and all these are things to come. None of these things came to fruition, but the deaths came down the pike like the tsunami. Do you hear what I'm saying? And the Red Sea is about to take a lot of people up out of here. And I like it not to be the people. So at some point, it's true to light. The people have got to see now. They got more information than ever, especially with the content creators putting out the things that they putting out. That's what I mean about you can't just sit out on your porch and see the flood coming and say, I'm just going to go in my house and shut my door and the flood ain't going to do no damage to me at all. No. Operational procedures here are broke. Getting insured here. And certain things at the township affect some of the things throughout the borough. Because a lot of state money, it comes through there. They cut out a lot of programs. Figure if we let these people go, because when I say I'm going to get a sister her due, she kept hitting every nail on the head. When you remove programs, if you don't put no person there, then you're not paying nobody. So that's free ghost money that's out there floating around.
Okay.
And on her walking in there with a golf stick, to me, that was absolutely, that was very dismissive for everybody. Now, the fact that believe it or not, was not the first time, because she also has another golf stick that's very decorated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say no to a setup. But what I didn't like, you don't keep allowing confusion. Right. And you don't add to it, and you certainly don't be the mayor walking up in there like Nino Brown. I got up out of my bed that night to go videotape that.
Right.
Wow, and my friend was like, Cheryl, I told her, unless I go in person, I'm not going to believe none. Man, when I walked up in there, I'm like, come on, Tiff. I've had conversations. Look, I walk up on Tiffany a lot of times. And when I say where people make it seem like she's not accessible, that is kind of a farce. Because, I walk up on Tiffany a many days. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm not playing when I speak to her and tell her.
We got another call.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hold it. 337. Come on.
Yes, I just had a call with someone I know on the West Coast.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see.
Yeah. Martin, do you know that? Do you know that there's a company called the Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA, as well as the Writers Guild? There actually has a scuttlebutt going on around there in the office about them making a movie about this, what is going on in Dolton and Thornton Township. Actually, it's a money play from all over the world. It's sad that that's going on like that. So people are going to actually make money, including Tiffany. Even some of these contact creators in YouTube. Martin might be on the show. You never know. But I've got a question for Ms. Hill. Is she the one that had the grandson something happened, an incident with Lacey? Is that Ms. Hill?
Yeah.
Distastefully, unfortunately, yes, I am.
Okay. I don't know if you remember. I'm the one who I belong to. Like I said, I've done a lot of things in my life. I'm sorry that happened to the young man. So I'll try to reach out to the Marine Corps Toys for Tots to make sure he had something, and we will continue to do what we can. I know that happened around Easter time, but I appreciate the knowledge that you've given us and a lot of the callers that were on point. But what do you think about this? That will happen. I've verified it. because I'm in the union. I don't know about Burgundy Blue. She says she's an actress. We call the Screen Actors Guild an actor, and but there are writers now who are trying to put.
No, actually, yeah,
do
3
it.
people have done. Yeah, they've already been 2 documentaries done, and I mean, in itself, and you want to hear truth to light? Like I told her, for this, you make this is gonna be a legacy for her child. Because I mean, we can't stop free will, because I've been a journalist. When I say I've got 53 of my own private journals, I've been journalist since I've been here in Dolton. You hear what I'm saying? So on that's free will. That's that's out there. As long as somebody does it the right way, can't nobody say that they can't do it. And I do remember you reached out to me on Facebook, and I am so humble for each and every person that reached out to me. And yes, I'm glad that Lacey is no longer here. And I meant what I said to him. Everybody, please excuse everything that you all heard in those videos, because there will be another lifetime. Y'all hear those kind of words out of my mouth. I was listening to the Lord, and all I kept on hearing him say was, Cheryl, keep your foot on the ground. Keep your foot, on the ground. That was my first tango. This man has stood and told me, Miss Hill, I know you've never done nothing wrong. I know you've never done nothing to me, but I'm going to take the sword for the man. You got to put a scalp on the brother, because this one's going to cut deep. Because I don't travel in the land y'all living in. I don't see Tweedledee and Tweedledum. You do not mess with real things in real time. There are consequences, pivotal consequences. I got suspended in 6th grade for not saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I got suspended, I think, in 8th grade because I didn't want to go on a field trip, and some woman talk about that's what your mother get for smoking. Hey, lady, look, you have no idea the kind of household I was raised in. My mother gonna be up there talking to you tomorrow, and I ain't gonna have nothing to say about it whatsoever. I don't say the Pledge of Allegiance. I heard Constance say so. I don't say the Pledge of Allegiance, and prayer is prevalent to me, but if you're gonna bring it in a board meeting, then you don't just limit it to the board. Because that day I asked them, look, where's prayer? There ain't no prayer gonna be led, then I'm gonna lead it up here today, except for the woman in the red. Walked up to the mic, and had you not been sitting so close to me, and I'm glad I had on my face mask, because my tears was running down and get caught in my face mask, because the way they went at that human being, I felt a rip in my soul. I was like, Jesus, hold your wheel, because I'm getting ready to set the building on fire.
Right. Listen, people, we're gonna.
It is more.
Listen.
I just
Go ahead, because
just
I'm
say
finna end it. Go ahead, because I'm ready to end
Okay.
it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, because I really wanted Mama Hill to know. 337 was on the other day. I was on the other day, and there was a conversation about you, Mama Hill, and the Lacey thing. And I hope that I spoke truth to life for you when I gave the other part of the story. It wasn't just the Lacey thing. You've been bothered on both sides and harassed on both sides, if I can say that, from the videos that we've seen. And I wasn't believing. What I wanted to say was, I admire that regardless of what you go through, whether whoever it is, you still come with love, and I appreciated that. But I wanted everyone to know the whole story, that it's not just this, it's not just Lacey, it's not just Tiff, it's not just, you've been through the ringer with all of them. And
it's a warrior move. It's a warrior do for the people. Because see, somebody will stand for the people. And no, in spite of what happened to me, it's just still gonna always be taken in as a lesson for it not to happen to someone else. So if I can get the job done, that only procures and secure that it's not gonna happen to anything else. And people like you and Martin, you all are now the torches, and there's nothing they can do, because see, it was you all's time when about 5 years ago, and everybody's in the way. So even to now, everybody's got to get out of everybody's way. And sooner or later, I heard somebody in the thing say these people are going to die in these seats if you allow them, because everybody don't forget about that governor that was 70 years, and was it Atlanta to Stacy, the now senator? She seen him at her 8th grade graduation, her high school graduation, and college. No human being should sit there. I'm gonna say this real quick: butterfly love and peace.
Hurry up.
No tree is doing none of these things. No bus is doing anything. No light bulb is doing. We human beings. We've got to go for better. And Martin, if that gentleman's on, feel free to give him my number. Martin, you know you can call me anytime. Don't hesitate.
Okay.
I love you all and appreciate you.
Listen, people.
Y'all keep being right out there.
Listen. I appreciate everybody for coming on here, being a voice, and we behaved great today. We wasn't no cussing. We didn't cuss each other out, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Unity. We can have unity, people, and there's a lot of things that we don't know. We will be looking forward to Lori Lightfoot report next month, and it's probably going to be a jaw dropper. I'm willing to hear it. I'm ready to. I hope I'm there. If I have time, I'll be there live, uncut, unedited. But if not, I'll be watching the fire off. All right. Thank y'all so much. You already know what it is.
I'm out of here.
All right.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I
love being black.
All right, people. Talk to you.